Hi, Eric. Eric, this is Randy Big Apple 59 on eBay. I got your Satellite 800 back today, and I'm just making this little brief video for you to just show you what I've gotten back to demonstrate with you the radio itself. So I hope you'll just take a couple minutes and look at this. I have here your questions that you had on eBay, and you had asked me about the radio and some of its operations, and you seemed to be concerned that perhaps it wasn't operating properly. So I kind of wanted to go over with you my observations when I got the radio back from you, just to and I retested it just to see how it performed and whether there was anything that was out of character for the Satellite 800. I've sold over 100 of these on eBay, so I kind of got an idea of how they work, and if something's out of the ordinary, I usually will pick it up. So I wanted to retest the radio and just show you and report to you what I had found. Now, the first thing you said you had here was you were having trouble with a noisy encoder, and you're finding a near constant S2, S3 on the signal meter with a chugging interference. So I'm looking here, and I have the sound turned down, and you can see that I'm seeing, and now I have some fluorescent lights behind me. There is going to be a noise floor, so you won't get a 0 or a 1 on the S meter. You're constantly going to get some kind of a noise floor from whatever you have going on in your house. Now, I'm not operating this off of batteries. I'm using the AC adapter plugged in the back here. A battery should give you a little bit lower noise floor typically than you would get from plugging it into an AC adapter. But this is what I'm getting here. And you can see there's just a white noise that you typically would find when you have something plugged in, and you're going to get this on any receiver that you have. So as I tune, and you can see the meter here is reading about an S5. As I tune around, you're going to see that's fluctuating between S3, S5. And now I've hit a station. And you can see that the signal rises above the noise floor. Now, I will mention this. If you have a radio, like a little handheld radio, maybe operating off of DC, typically with those, lots of times you're not going to get the same noise floor because they're not as sensitive. When you get into a real sensitive receiver, you're gonna hear the atmospheric noise along with whatever signal, and until the signal rises above that. With a cheap handheld receiver radio, you probably won't even hear the noise floor just because the radio is not sensitive enough to even pick that up. So I'm tuning up through here. Now I'm not getting. You mentioned on here that there was a chugging going on, and I couldn't get that chugging interference anywhere. See, as I'm tuning it, you might. I don't know. I'm really not. I'm hearing a noise floor, but not. Now, as I go up, I'll probably hit another station here in a minute. But you can see as I tune through the station, I'm not getting any chugging. Now, going from, there are certain things that you'll find when these were designed. They designed these to operate within certain PLL units, so you'll hear a chirp when it switches from one to the other. In other words, here we're going from 94, 99.7. When I go up to 9500, you hear a little chirp as it switches from one PLL unit to another, and you'll hear this. Listen. So there's a little chirp as it switches from 94.99 to 9500. See, there's no chugging of the encoder, and there's no noise in the encoder. But when I am not on frequency, you'll hear a noise floor. And you can see now we're back down again around 3. You're about an S4, S5 in the noise floor. Now, you had mentioned going from 5999.9 to 6.0. You said you heard a whistle. Let me see how internal whistle. There's a pop there, but that's the same one that we heard when we were at 9499.9 going to 95. But they're all over. You'll find it's just part of the design. If you go from 1599.9, you probably hear another one to 1600. Yeah, there's a little pop there. And there's several of them. I'm not exactly sure what all of these were, but this is part of the design of the radio, and you'll hear this on the Drake SW8. You hear this on the Drake R8 series, and it's part of just the operating system within Drake. So that is actually part of the unit itself. I didn't hear any chugging interference. You mentioned that the tuner's noisy, and I don't really hear that. I don't hear any chugging. So I'm not sure what that was. And you mentioned when the light turns on and off, I think you said here, let me see, signal meter, okay, wait, I'm not so worried about the pops from turning on the lamp. And see, when I turn it on and off, I'm hearing a beep. And I probably can turn the beep off. And you can't really, now I've got it under bright light here, so you really can't tell, but I am pressing this on and off. Let me turn one of these lights off. Okay, that's darkened it up, so maybe you can see the lamp come on now. Okay, yeah, you can see the lamp coming on and off. And I'm not getting any noise from that, so I'm not sure what that was. I am going to turn this lamp back on so we get better light. Now, this is the radio that you sent me. I just wanted to show you here. I'm not pulling anything. So this is the one, serial number S821002334, and this is the one you sent me. Now, just for comparison, I brought another one out here. This is yours right here, and then here's another one that I have currently listed on eBay, so you can see I've got two of them here. I'm going to set yours aside, the one that you returned. And then here's one, and this is a serial number S800-7004997. And I'm going to plug this one in using the same adapter. And I just want to, let's see, get it lined up here in the camera. Okay, turn it on. Okay, that's WWV. You can see I'm getting the same noise floor, about an S5 on here, a regular S5. Which disappears, of course, once we come upon a signal. Now, I want to get down around 9499. Oh. Okay, 9499.0. And you'll see when I turn up, you'll hear that pop again when I go up to 9500. There's like a little chirpy noise. But also 599.9. Oh, shoot. 5999.9. You'll hear it again from there to 6. See a little chirper. And that's just when it changes from one PLL unit to another. like I said, that's inherent in the design of the radio itself. That's not a defect. So I'm not sure what to tell you, but basically the radio that was sent to you is working fine. There's no problems, and you're certainly welcome to return it, but there's no defects in it, and there's nothing that could be changed, or there's nothing that could be altered or serviced, as it is working properly. And there's the beep on this other one. Both working identical. And so you're welcome to contact me, and we can discuss it, and I'll go ahead and work on the refund for you. But I did want you to see this. Thank you for taking the time to watch.